So welcome back to Channel Guys, Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping, and today we're going to be doing a pretty laid back video. We're back in the fish room. I've got to do some maintenance and stuff on the tanks, and hopefully you guys will come along and just have a bit of a chilled out video. It's going to be mainly doing maintenance and things like that, but I'll show you around as we're going, and also you can see what fish stocks we've got at the moment, and also what we've got going on in the tanks. It's pretty standard for one of my videos. One of the tanks just behind me here, this one. These guys have just spawned today, the German blue rams, so hopefully we can maybe pull the eggs on them. I might just leave them to hatch out in the tank, but it's going to be a pretty laid back video, guys. Get some snacks, get a cup of tea, because we're English, or coffee, whichever you may decide to make, and we'll probably get on with doing some maintenance. We're going to do some of the sponges in the tanks, and I'll probably show you guys what I'm doing with them. If you're pretty much in the know, you can skip past that part. If you're new to fish keeping, it's probably a good idea to check that out. So we do some basic maintenance on the sponges. So stick around, guys, and I'll see you in a moment. So then, guys, the first part of call today is I'm wanting to do clean out some of the sponges that we've got in the tanks. They've not been done for a little while, so they need sort of like this. They're looking a bit grim. This is in the guppy tank. I did want to show you this actually. The German blue rams we've got here. You can see on the saucer there. There's some eggs. So we've got plenty of eggs there. A couple of infertile ones, but these guys are. They've bred tons of times, so they know what they're doing with them. They'll end up pulling them infertile eggs out, but you can just see there's absolutely tons and tons and tons and tons of German blue ram eggs. So they'll be hatching out in the next couple of days, and hopefully we can pull the fry. I like to pull the fry, not the eggs. Hatching the eggs is a lot harder than actually getting the fry out. So I actually left some guys down here to hatch out. And these guys are doing really good actually. So there's tons of German blue babies in this one. So I'm just going to leave these guys alone and let them do their own thing. You can see the tank's looking real messed up. So I'm going to be doing some siphoning, clean the gravel. It's quite difficult when you're dealing with fry to clean the gravel, because they sort of, when you put the pipe in, they'll sit down low on the gravel, so you've got to be quite careful. You can see this is real molmy. And that's just because of excess food and stuff like that. Obviously with the fry, you tend to feed a lot heavier than normal. So we'll do some of that as well. Basically what we're doing is we're going to clean out some of the sponges. So we'll just find one of the tanks, this one here. And basically I've got a bucket of water just on the floor. These ones are quite easy to do. I mean, I'm doing it one-handed. You can just pop the top off and take the sponge out. There's a spawning mop attached to it for some unknown reason. And what I tend to do is I have a bucket of water, so this stuff down here, which looks horrendous. I'll just take the sponge off. You guys that keep fish a lot will know how to do this, but just squeeze them out into this water, and that way, this is tank water. You'll keep your biological filter going. There's a bit of hair algae in here as well on this sponge. That's disgusting. Absolutely criminal, this thing. So I'm going to clean out a couple of these sponges, guys, and I'll get back to you in a moment. Hopefully we'll have something else to show you. So I've been around and done some of the sponges. I just wanted to note as well, the Pracox rainbows, I've just swapped the mops around. So these mops have been in the spawning tank, not the spawning tank, the hatching tank, for about a week. I know it's a little bit messy in there, but I've just done the sponges, so it's kicked up a bit of muck, but you can just see the fry darting around. So these mops have been in with the parents for around a week, so they'll be full of eggs, and they'll hatch out over the next 7 days, and we'll get more fry into this tank. So that'll be a good one to see maybe next week or the week after. I hadn't looked in the guppy tank for a little while. So this is a guppy tank, and I've just sort of had a glance in, and there's absolutely tons of fry in here now. There's one just here at the top, if we can get a shot. There we go. Just one little dude hanging out. Oh no, we lost him. So yeah, there's fry in here now. So we're getting some fry from the guppies, which is always going to happen. And I'm quite happy to see that, because I wanted to set up a little back to basics tank, and that's what we've done here. And it's doing really awesome. So yeah, we'll have a little check up on the better tank, which is looking horrendous. It needs a good scrape down and a clean out. But these guys are really getting the colours now. There's blues and reds and stuff in there. They're looking really nice actually. It's always a pain when I do guppies, when I do betters, because I end up want to keep, like I want to keep loads of them. But the problem is I just don't have the tank space for these guys. So I end up selling most of these guys, and they do really well and to sell at the shop. So I'm probably going to contact my wholesaler today and see if he wants to purchase these guys, and also the rams, because the rams are doing really well. They're getting to a decent sort of size now, and it's time for these guys to move on. Just get the light on these a bit more. Sorry about the noises and stuff, guys, but yeah, the rams are doing awesome. So hopefully we can get these guys sold as well. That'd be nice, and free up a tank, because I've got obviously other tanks that can replace these guys. So it's time for these guys to go. So I've had a few comments on the shrimp tank, and the shrimp tank's doing really awesome. You can see the babies that I showed on my last video, just at the back there. They've got really big quite fast actually. It's very difficult to film these guys, but that's a decent sized shrimp to say they were so small, only a week before. And also there's some of the parents just down here. It looks like we have another spawn actually of shrimp. I'm sure I just saw, oh yeah, just by the snail there on the floor. Tiny one. Sorry about the shaky camera, guys. I'm zoomed in like 10 times. But the rams on snail's doing really nice. The shrimp are doing really nice, and we've got plenty of newcomers to the tank. So this is my first shrimp tank I've ever done. I know they're really easy species to do, the cherries, but I'm starting to build up quite a nice colony, to be honest. And I'm really enjoying this tank as well. I find myself looking in here quite often to see how the tank's doing, and I've done the coconut hut there, and you can see there's some babies there actually. There's actually quite a few new additions, so we should have a real good stock of cherries and the Bloody Mary shrimp. I'm really happy with this actually. It's going better than thought. So I've just put some wood in there, Java moss. And actually, I've been trying to grow Java moss for quite some time, and I've never had success with it. But since it's been a shrimp tank, the shrimp keep it really clean, along with the snails that are into it as well. And they're keeping it really clean. It seems to be growing fairly well actually. I think that's the key to Java moss. So I'm going to keep doing that, and hopefully we'll get some more success. I'm been thinking about taking this Amazon sword out of this tank, just to give me more floor space. I know it's more surface area for the shrimp to go on, but I think I want it more plain, so I might have a look at doing that later on the video, and we'll see just how many shrimp it is inside this tank, because as soon as I move that, they're going to sort of scarper, and you will be able to see a ton more shrimp. But I think I want to do it more plain, so in fact we will do that at some point during the video, and we'll see how many shrimp's really in there, because I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of shrimp in there, but it's looking really nice. So yeah, I've decided to actually move the Amazon sword. It's quite a big plant anyway for such a small tank, and I'm going to make this more plain. But I'm going to put some cryptocorns probably in the front. So what I've got over here in the ram's tank is I've got a really nice space where the Amazon sword can go, just here. The substrate's deep enough for it to be planted. I'm going to steal some of these cryptocorns at the bottom. I'm going to pop them in the shrimp tank. So I'll get set up with the camera, and we'll see what we can do with the shrimp tank first. So we'll get this, it's a bit of a pain with my fish room because of the way I do the lighting. It sat on top of the tanks, and I've also got the paphos growing out the top there, with loads of duckweed stuck to it. I'm hoping the duckweed will sort of fall off and do whatever, but we need to get the Amazon sword just out of here, which is an absolute duckweed maze. I've got this tank quite cool actually for my fish room. I just think it'll look it'll look nicer with a bit more of a plain aquascape. I'll be able to see the shrimp a lot better. I am moving some of the surface area, but we'll put some cryptocornis up at the front there. And I'll move you in a little bit closer once we've got the Amazon sword out of here, and hopefully we'll be alright. If there is any shrimp on this plant, which there could be, then they'll go into this tank anyway, and this tank does have cherry shrimp in, so I'm just going to move this across and just pop it in this corner where I said. And like I said, there's plenty of cryptocornis in this tank for me to pinch a couple. So let's pop this guy in here. I'll give a nice little feature for this tank as well. So if I get this right down its substrate, it's got quite a big root system on, but this substrate on this tank's very deep. It'll also give the fry somewhere to get inside, and with a little bit of cover to stop with the flow, because the Eheim pump there is quite a powerful filter, which can cause a bit of a swirl in the water. But I'll get you guys a little bit closer in a moment just to have a look at the little build we're doing today. I'm going to take some of these little cryptocornis out. I've actually only just started growing these and they've started chaining already, so I'll leave some in there, and hopefully they'll grow back and we'll get some more. So the tank just here, with the cherries in, I'll try and bring in a little bit closer. You can see there's absolutely tons of these guys. It's a real mess at the moment, but we'll get some stuff moved around, and I'll jump back on the camera and show you guys what I've come up with. So next thing on the job list, guys, is just to get some water into the fish room. So I'm going to empty this bucket just here, and then we've just got a pump that we pump water into the fish room, but all the tanks need topping up, so I'll get onto that now. So I've just got my water pumping into the fish room now. So I use the API Aqua Essentials water dechlorinator, so I just use that, and then I've just pumped fresh water in via this Temu hook thing, which has actually been excellent, this product. To say it was so cheap, I think it was like £3, $5 or something. It was literally nothing. That was delivered from China, but it's been really handy because you can just hook it on the tank. It can't fall off. It's pretty secure, and then it's got its tap as well, so you can cut the water off when you move between tanks. The other thing is, because it's got a rounded edge, you just sort of have to, when you turn it off at the tap here, obviously water comes out a bit. You just tip it a bit like that, and then it stops dripping. And then if you need it back on, turn the tap on, I'll just pump straight back into the fish room again. It's pretty awesome. It's been a really handy tool, so I'm just going to top this one off, and then we'll move on to this better tank, because this has lost quite a bit of water just with the heat in here. So I'll pop it in this one in just 1 second. So what I usually do is I usually get some of this Aqua Essentials from API. You can buy this on eBay, Amazon, whatever. I get off Amazon. I've just got like a monthly subscription to it, 'cause it's just the amount of tanks. I'll put some of that in. I don't even measure it really. And then I'll just move the hook across in a minute, and then we'll top this tank up. It's been in the top up for quite a while. It's probably about 4 inch maybe from the top. So we can get some more water in there and get some fresh water in for the betters. I've just changed the filter on that tank as well, because I did have a sponge filter that we're using, but it were just not adequate enough. And if you can see now, I've got like a bit of a cascade going just here, just to get some oxygen in the water. Obviously I know betters are labyrinth breathers, so they're pretty good anyway without the water. But I do have a ghost knife fish in it, a juvenile ghost knife, so obviously they need oxygen. And there's some peppered cories in here as well, so they'll obviously need oxygen as well. So I just basically go around, I'll scrape all the glass, have a little bit of a clean up, and get the water topped up. So I'll do this for now, guys. I'm just waiting for the shrimp tank to clear up so I can show you that on the camera. Obviously when we're moving the gravel and pulling out that big plan, it's messed up the water quality a little bit, so it looks a bit pants on the camera. But we'll have a look at that in just 1 second once I've been around and cleaned up some tanks. So I'll do this, guys. I'm not going to bore you all day with this, but yeah, we should be ready in a second. So you can see we're nearly at the top now. I'm just going to go around the smaller tanks as well and just give them a top up, and hopefully we can just get the fish room something like. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to do a bit of a maintenance laid back video, so I hope you all have an awesome weekend. If you could please consider subscribing, that'd be awesome if you're already not subscribed. Like I say, this one's a bit sort of rough edited, rough around the edges. We're just doing a bit of maintenance in the fish room, and I thought I'd bring you guys along and just show you what I'm up to. So I'll probably show you the shrimp tank on the next video, just because the water's so misted up. And like I say, have a good week, guys, and I'll see you next weekend. Peace out.